Interesting. Are you touched by my green lights in the summer garden? Wait, what? Do you really believe this is good magic from fairy tales? My lantern is a masterpiece of bioengineering with 100% efficiency, producing not a single drop of heat. What would happen if I flew to the light of the wrong female? She would hack my password and eat me for my venom. Strange. Why did nature force us to blink absolutely synchronously in our thousands, turning the forest into a Christmas tree garland? Get up. I sighed, get up. Where am I? Damp earth under a fern. Dusk is gathering. Welcome to the world of cold light and lies. 24 hours in the life. 6 p.m. Evening. The damp earth is cooling down. I emerge from a deep 12-hour sleep. I slept soundly under a leaf so the sun wouldn't dry me out. I have no dreams. 7 p.m. I spend 2 hours cleaning my antennae and preparing the chemical laboratory in my abdomen. Luciferin. For work. 9 p.m. It's getting dark. I take off and start sending light signals. Every 5 seconds, a flash of cold light. Efficiency's 100%, but the flight itself requires calories. 11 p.m. 2 hours of patrolling. I am quite tired, and suddenly I notice an answering flash in the grass. My brain analyzes the timing. The code map. 11:05 p.m. I lande. It's a trap. This is a killer female of another species. For 5 minutes I desperately try to break free from her jaws, but she paralyzes me. 11:15 p.m. For half an hour she sucks out my hemolymph blood to steal my venom and protect herself from predators. 12 a.m. If by a miracle I escaped, I hide in the grass, completely exhausted, and fall asleep. If not, I am dead. 6 p.m. Exactly 24 hours later, either I wake up for another attempt, or my toxin has become someone else's weapon. That's my typical day. But what other episodes happen in my life? You can find out next. Birth and growing up. My journey to the light began in the darkness of the earth. My mother laid eggs under a layer of rotting leaves. Surprisingly, even firefly eggs emit a faint glow. This is a warning to predators. We're toxic. Don't eat us. A larva hatched from the egg, and it wasn't cute at all. It was an armored, flat worm, like a micro-crocodile, and this worm was a cruel predator. The larva hunted snails and slugs, which are many times larger than it. It injected them with paralyzing venom, and then digestive enzymes, turning the snail into soup right in its shell. For a year or even 2, I crawled underground, devouring snails and glowing with cold light. Then I pupated in the ground and emerged to the surface as me, an adult winged beetle with a perfect lead in my abdomen. Cold fire, I wake up. I am a male firefly. Actually, I am not a fly and not a worm. I am a beetle. In my abdomen is a natural laboratory that no human factory can match. You have an incandescent lamp. 90% of its energy goes into useless heat and only 10% into light. In my abdomen, a substance called luciferin mixes with oxygen and the enzyme luciferin. The efficiency of my light organ is 100%. No heat whatsoever. Absolutely cold. Perfect light. If I heat it up like your light bulb, I would burn alive on the very first flash. The neon code, it has gotten dark. It's time for me to find a mate. I take off and start flashing, but I don't flash randomly. Each species of firefly has its own unique Morse code. My code is 2 short flashes, a 3-second pause, and 2 flashes again. I am here. I am from the Photna species. Does anyone see me? I fly over the grass, peering into the darkness. The females of my species do not fly. They sit in the grass. If a female sees my password and likes me, she must blink once exactly 2 seconds after my pause. This is a strict security protocol. Mess up the timing, and you will remain alone. Light synchronization. I fly into the forest. There are thousands like me here. Everyone is flashing out of sync. Noise and chaos, but suddenly, the incredible happens. First, one group of fireflies on a tree flashes simultaneously. Then neighboring trees join them. In 5 minutes, the whole forest, hundreds of thousands of beetles, begins to flash, absolutely synchronously. We do this so that females below can clearly see our signal through the thickets, without being distracted by visual noise. The entire forest pulsates in a single rhythm, like a giant Christmas garland. Femme fatale. And finally, I see an answer. In the grass below, a single flash. Exactly 2 seconds later. "My code," she answered me. I spiraled downwards, full of anticipation. I land on a leaf. I see her dark silhouette. She is larger than I expected. I run up to her too, mate. But instead of love, powerful, sharp jaws pierce my neck. This is not a female of my species. This is a female firefly of the species Futurus. A femme fatale. She hacked our code. She watched me, studied my flashing rhythm, and flawlessly forged the answering signal of a female of my species. I thought I was flying to a date, but I flew into the jaws of a cannibal. Weapon THEFT. Why does she do this? Just out of hunger? No, it's about chemistry. My brothers and I are poisonous. Our bodies contain lucibuphagins, powerful steroidal toxins. Spiders, birds, and lizards do not eat us because we taste disgusting. Our light is also a warning signal. I am toxic. Do not eat me. But Futurist females do not know how to produce this toxin themselves. Therefore, they forge light signals, lure us males of other species, kill us, and eat us. She soaks out my hemolymph, steals my toxin, and incorporates it into her own body. Now, she is poisonous. Now, birds won't touch her. She will pass this stolen venom to her eggs, protecting her offspring. My death became her bulletproof vest. Cold light, cruel rules, predators and diseases. It seems that glowing in the dark is like hanging a target on yourself that says, "Eat me." Toads, bats, and birds could easily catch us. But we are cunning. My light is not just a call to mate. It is a signal. I am poisonous. My blood contains lucibuphagins, extremely toxic steroids, similar to toad venom. If a lizard or a frog eats me, it will experience severe vomiting, and it might even die. After one such experience, the predator remembers for the rest of its life that glowing beetles must not be eaten. But, as we have already seen, the killer female of another species, Futurus, doesn't care about my venom. She eats me, precisely to get it. Winter and waiting. Winter kills adult fireflies. Our summer dance is short, but our children, the larvae, tolerate the cold perfectly. When the ground freezes, the larva burrows deep into the soil, builds a tiny earthen chamber, and falls into diapause, the equivalent of hibernation. Special chemicals antifreezes are produced in its blood, which prevent ice crystals from tearing its cells apart. It will sleep under the snow until spring, when it warms up, to go out hunting snails again. Old age and death, my adult life, is just 3 to 4 weeks of constant flashing. Many of us in the adult state do not eat at all. Our mouths are atrophied. We spend the energy accumulated over the years of the larval stage. My energy burns with every flash. If a killer female does not eat me, I will fly night after night until I use up all my fat reserves. One night, my lantern will simply go out. My wings will fail. I will fall into the grass, and my short neon party will end forever. The meaning of life. Why is this magic of light needed? We are the best proof that evolution is capable of creating perfect engineering solutions. Our bioluminescent light, with 100% efficiency, is still unattainable for human technologies. We control the population of slugs and snails, saving forests and gardens from destruction. And finally, we remind you how beautiful and mysterious this world is. If fireflies disappear, it is the first sign that the region's ecology has been destroyed by light pollution and pesticides. We are indicators of your planet's health. Authors note fireflies Lampiadae are a family of beetles known for their ability to bioluminous glow. There are over 2,000 species of fireflies, and each species has its own unique light language. Answers to the most frequent questions. How do they glow without heating up? The firefly's light organ lantern is a masterpiece of bioengineering. The process of bioluminescence occurs during the oxidation of the pigment luciferin with the participation of the enzyme luciferin. Unlike incandescent lamps, where a huge part of the energy is lost as heat, the efficiency of a firefly's glow reaches 90 to 100%. This is absolutely cold light. If a firefly emitted heat proportional to the brightness of its light, it would simply fry itself to death. Is it true that they forge each other's signals? Yes. This is one of the most creepy examples of aggressive mimicry in nature. Females of the genus Faturis, nicknamed femme, can imitate the answering light signals of females of the genus. A gullible photinous male flies in for a date, but the Faturis female grabs him and eats him. Why do they engage in cannibalism? Faturis females eat males of other species, not just for protein. Photinous males contain lucibufagins in their bodies, chemicals that make them extremely toxic and distasteful to birds and spiders. Faturis females cannot produce this venom themselves. By eating males, they steal their toxin to become poisonous and protect themselves and their eggs from predators. Solution: fireflies do not bite and are not venomous to humans upon contact. No action is required. Why do fireflies flash synchronously? In some parts of the world, for example, in Southeast Asia and Great Smoky Mountains National Park in the USA, synchronous fireflies are found. Hundreds of thousands of males gather in trees and flash in unison. Scientists believe that this is necessary so that females in dense vegetation can clearly recognize the species' light pattern against the visual noise of blinking competitors. The forest literally pulsates with light. Can you keep fireflies in a terrarium? It's extremely difficult. Adult fireflies hardly eat and die quickly, and their larvae require a specific diet. They need live snails and slugs. In addition, fireflies need absolute darkness without artificial light to communicate. Otherwise, they will not be able to reproduce. If you were amazed by how predatory females hack light codes to steal venom, be sure to watch our next video. 24 hours in the life of a moth. You will find out. Why do moths use ultrasonic jammers against bats? How do they hover in the air like tiny hummingbirds? And why do some harmless moths drink the tears of sleeping birds at night? Play the next video.